What is up, guys? Welcome back to Chapter 2 of Kengan Asura. So we got Chapter 2, Kengan. Yesterday we had Chapter 1, and it was a pretty solid Chapter 1. We met our main character. I think his name was Ota. Don't quite remember, but I'll remember it eventually. We had this old guy. He saw our main character find this big Yakuza guy and literally destroy him, right? And to the point where this guy basically had his natural instincts come in and he went off and he fucked a chick. Basically, that was the general gist. So, that was a pretty hard chapter, so I can't wait to find out what goes down in this week's today's chapter. Let's get going, guys. Chapter 2 of Kengan Asura, called Kengan. Let's go. Mr. Yamashita, you haven't met your quota this month, have you? Nogi Publishing, second sales department manager, Matsui Hiroshi. I'm terribly sorry. I swear I'll do better next month. Second sales department, Yamashita Kazuo. So Kazuo is the guy who saw Ota. Next Monday. Isn't that what you say every month? Frankly speaking, that doesn't carry any weight at all. Here goes the manager picking on Yamashita again. He pushes all the tough cases on Yamashita, then acts like he doesn't know. Talk about nasty. Yamashita really ought to stand up for himself and talk back to him. No, that'll never happen. Fuck. He's got a lot of attitude for a kid who got this job because of nepotism. Yes, you're exactly right. If only I was as strong as him, I'd grab this fucking manager and do this to him. Alright, so he's like, I'm gonna fucking squeeze his head. I love it. Alright. What? Am I stupid? I wouldn't be bowing my head if I could do that. Pardon me? Boss, if you needed to see me, you could have called me to your office. Is something urgent? No, not with you. Yamashita, there's someone that wants to have a word with you in private. So, I need you to go see him at once. Okay. Huh? With Yamashita? Boss, who's this someone? Who are you talking about? Yamashita. What did you do? And this guy's shitting himself. Pardon? Okay, so we can see he's basically just an office man. The CEO's office. I'm glad you could make it. Okay. I'm sorry for interrupting your busy schedule. CEO of Nogi Group, Noji Hideki. Nogi Publishing second sales department, Yamashita Kazuo, I got his name. No, it's perfectly fine, really. The CEO personally requesting to see an employee in a dead-end job at his subsidiary? That can't be normal. What did I do? So he's freaking the fuck out. I love it. Conflict. What do you think the best method to resolving conflict is? Huh? Conflict? Indeed. To put it very simply, there are countless methods. Arbitration, negotiation, persuasion. But what's particularly effective is violence. Violence? What's he talking about? Nothing that ought to surprise you. You suppress your opposing forces with violence that overwhelms them. It's an incredibly simple line of reasoning. And of course, the Nogi Group has hardly been an exception. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where this is going. This all goes back 300 years. It was the Shotoku year 5. The nation was at peace, but in its dark recesses, there was a ceaseless bloody conflict between the merchants. What they desired was the status of shogunate purveyor. Shogunate purveyor, the highest rank among all merchant purveyors. They possessed the greatest privileges, including a monopoly on purveying goods to the shogunate, in every industry, even minting. In other words, it was a position that all merchants were foaming at the mouth to obtain. Okay? And they would obtain it by any means necessary. Intimidation, conspiracy, even assassination. They used every means they had to get rid of the competition. This conflict gave rise to new grudges, and a spiral of hatred arose from it. Eventually, not even the merchants themselves could control the ever-expanding cycle of violence. The world was becoming a constant battlefield. And that didn't solve the conflict at all. Excellent observation. It's true, violence can be an effective safeguard, but that is only when it is regulated violence. Anarchic violence does not bring anything but tyranny. So the times we're calling for change to control the spear. But it was not the merchants that brought that change. Okay. Seventh shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate, Tokugawa Ieyasu, age 5. Ieyasu summoned the merchants that were at the heart of this quarrel and gave them an order. If you wish to settle this conflict, then battle it out fair and square. It was truly a childlike, simple, and candid proposal, but not a single one of them had ever reached a simple conclusion on their own. Overwhelmed by merciful gaze of the young shogun, they felt ashamed by their shortcomings. As you command! So we're going back into the past. I don't know how this has to do with what's going on at the moment. Violence brought order. The merchants formed a guild. If there was a conflict of interest, they would establish a venue of competition through the guild. The results of that competition were indisputable, and any other conflict was strictly forbidden. The method of that competition was incredibly simple: a one-on-one fist fight. Okay, so this is where it's coming in. Overwhelming primordial violence of confident fighters hired by each side would settle their differences in the merchant's place. Violence was sublimated into martial arts. Okay. These battles were held under the guild members' supervision till one side fell. Some of my answers were members of that guild. You could very well say that it was their effort that allowed the Nogi group to expand to where it is today. Don't know what he's trying to say. Edo period? Guild? Fighting? What's he talking about? I see. It's very informative. Even if that was all true, then why is the CEO telling me of all of this? Do you know why I'm telling you this? Huh? What? No idea. This isn't just an old folk story. It's a traditional method of competition and it's still being passed down by merchants to this day. No, you really don't need to joke with me. Doesn't seem to be joking. Wait, don't tell me it's true. Alright, so the CEO is like full serious there. Even after the Tokugawa shogunate fell, the merchants continued this method of competition unbroken. In order to settle their conflicts, they will entrust their desires to the fists of fighters. Okay. The Kengan matches! Alright. Kengan matches! So that's what they call it. It's called the Kengan matches. Alright. To tell the truth, our company is scheduled for a match soon, with a certain right at stake. But we've run into a bit of a problem. The man we had hired suddenly became unable to fight in the match due to personal reasons. So we've had to look for a replacement fighter on short notice. You don't mean you want me to fight? So it looks like the guy, the Yakuza that took on Ota was the guy who was with the fight. Well, that's not a bad idea, but unfortunately I think they'll be necessary. While we were looking for a new fighter, someone came in pitching himself. So we decided to let him handle the match. He's like, oh, thank god. Oh, here he comes now. It's Ota. It has to be. Ah! You can't be serious! Huh? Aren't you that guy? Don't tell me. It's him? He's the replacement fighter? Allow me to introduce you. This is our fighter, Takita Oma. Yamashita Kazuo, right? Nice to meet you again. What a coincidence. You two have met before. All the better. Okay. Interesting. Yamashita Kazuo, I'm appointing you as Takita's manager. Alright, so that's how he comes to know it. As Takita. Alright. Takita, just let him know if you need anything. Thanks. That wraps it up. Oh, and you're dismissed from work for the rest of the day. You can go ahead and start hammering things out with Takita. I'll fill you in on the details later. Are you sure about this? Can we trust him? The man that defeated Kamada, the Deva King, was most likely him. I know, that's why I hired him. You think there are many people in the world that could have beaten the Kamada? Takita Oma. He's a good find. What about him? Yamashita Kazuo. Why did you reveal the existence of the Kengan matches to a mere employee of a subsidiary? I'm sure there are others that would be more qualified as his manager. Just a whim, I guess. Just a note. And don't get your panties in a bunch. I may have hired Takita Oma, but that's not to say that I trust him. So I've given him someone to be our manager and an overseer for him. That's all there is to it. It doesn't explain why he chose him. I guess he has no intention of explaining himself. Takita Oma. We're going to find out just what kind of man you are. Hey, wait! Something wrong, Yamashita Kazuo? Why are you using my full name? Takita, I really think you should decline the offer. Fighting's still a crime. I don't know what the hell the CEO is. Hey! Let's just go get some food. Nope. Okay. He's like, okay, nope, I can't do this. He's just shitting bricks. Let's just go get some food. The instant this man uttered such an innocent and everyday phrase became an overwhelming force that cannot be denied. Reconsidering doesn't even exist as an option for the man named Takita Oma. Making this man change his mind is absolutely impossible. Come on, let's go. Getting covered for our expenses, right? Huh? Our expenses? I don't even know. Takita, don't order anything too expensive. Takita, are you listening to me, Takita? 7 days until the Kengan match. There we go, guys. That is the end of chapter 2. Interesting. So it looks like Takita is our main character and he's taking the place of the Deva King in the Kengan match that's going to be happening in a week's time. But anyway, guys, that is all for this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, smash that thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated. And of course, hit that subscribe button. It's completely and totally free. And I will see you guys tomorrow with chapter 3. Catch you later, guys.